But I can tell you right now, Joe, if you take it even one time, you will have to go through what I'm going through right now for the rest of your life. You will always... Coach Greg, and yet again, a young, natural, good-looking, tall fitness influencer is ready to join the dark side, to take testosterone, or in this case, HRT. And for some reason, don't know why, people seem to open up to Jesse James. He meets up with various influencers, and they seem to unload everything. Yeah, I feel this, I'm ready to send it, I'm ready to go on HRT, and this time, guess who it is? Guy's about 6'3", around 19 years of age, none other than Joe Fazer. That's right, Joe Fazer, over 1 million followers, has an amazing physique. Guy is completely shredded year round. And we've seen plenty of videos where he's bulking, cutting, but he always seems to look amazing. And so he met up with Jesse James West for training sessions, and the things they spoke about, what he admitted to, well, just stay tuned, you're not going to believe it.
Wait, we did it. I don't have a full pump.
Yeah, but bro, the lighting is quite nice.
Is it nice right here?
Yeah.
And so one thing you have to understand is all fitness influencers, that's right, all of them, they always want to look their best. There's a lot of pressure. Millions of people are watching you, and the better you look, the better the comments you get, the more dopamine, perhaps the more money you make. And so Jesse James, he's getting a pump, he's standing in the exact best lighting in the room. Is this where I can stand up? Am I pumped up enough? Can I remove the shirt? I'm staying relentless. Look at my physique. And so Joe Fazer, he's looking at Jesse James in admiration, thinking, look at this physique. I want to look as good as Jesse. In comparison, he's all covered up, and Jesse, doesn't care. Look at me. I'm natural, proud of it, and I have an amazing physique. Whether I'm cut or bulked, I look good all the time. And so Jesse seems to have tremendous confidence, and I don't believe he has any forms of body dysmorphia whatsoever.
Yeah, but you're bigger in person.
Let's go!
Literally says to Jesse, you are bigger in person. And so many fitness influencers, they're scared. What are people going to think when they see me? I take the best photos under the best lighting, and I show everyone how I look, but when I see them in person, are they going to think I'm skinny? What are they going to think when they actually meet me?
He's like, no, that's bull.
And so Jesse asks, what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? Why are you always training? Besides Viagra. And Joe's like, I don't use Viagra, but you have. Jesse's like, no, I don't use it. Bullshit, he calls him out. And Joe says, well, I've seen you endorse it. And Jesse says, well, no, I don't actually need it. But here's the thing. When you're dieting, trying to remain single-digit body fat, as Jesse has done in the past, he's done a show, your libido, your drive, wanting to have sexy time, it goes way down. And why is this? Well, you have lower testosterone levels. And so it's not a lie, it's something you need to take into account, that you're going to have lower testosterone levels if you over-diet and get too lean. So whether you're Alex Eubank, Jesse James, Joe Fazer, no matter who you are dieting to single-digit body fat, you are most likely going to struggle in the bedroom. And so what you could do, well, obviously you could take G-test or 3-test to raise your testosterone levels, or you could take Harder Than Last Time. Literally, it's called Harder Than Last Time to help you get harder than last time, and you know what I'm talking about.
The way he's used it.
What'd you use it for, a pump?
No. Oh, how do you use it for a pump?
Yeah. You can't use Cialis for a pump. I've never done it.
And so I'm having a hard time understanding, are these guys, have they all used it? Are they not using it? Why are they using it? In what situations? I'm not sure. But certainly if you're struggling, obviously go see your doctor, see if you can benefit from Cialis or Viagra.
Yeah, what motivates you like the most?
I'd say there's a multitude of factors. The first one is the obvious one in the fact that it's now the job.
And so think of his answer. What motivates you? Why do you train? Well, the most obvious reason is it's my job. I have to look good. And so imagine that is the motivation that you need to go to the gym. I have never once in my life, and I've been training for 37 years, thought I'm going to the gym because it's my job. I have to look a certain way. Why do I do it? Because I love it. Not saying Joe doesn't love it, but obviously the first reason he thought of was, it's a job, I have to look a certain way. People expect me to look like this. And so the truth is, the reality is, he doesn't need to do anything. He already has over 1 million followers. And so if he were not shredded, single-digit body fat, do you really think everyone would stop watching Joe Fazer? Do you think he would lose any of his followers if he bulked up to a healthy 15% body fat? And remember, I've done many videos on Joe in the past, and he's messaged me, what's my body fat percentage, doing videos for him. I'm like, you know, you're single digits. Meanwhile, he's thinking, yeah, I'm a little bit chubby. I'm perhaps 15%. And I'm thinking, you think that's 15%? What do the rest of us look like?
Yeah, then it's also like just how much I hated being so skinny.
And so he hated being so skinny. And so the reason that he's training was he hated being skinny, he didn't like his body, and so he wanted to put on muscle. Coupled with the fact that it's now a job, it's how he makes his living, and the bigger and leaner he gets, the more subs, fans, support that he thinks he's going to get, well, that leads to thinking you need to be bigger, to be better. And you are never going to be happy with your physique. No matter how much muscle Joe puts on, it's never going to be enough. And I would argue that despite all the muscle, the shreds that he's got now, he likely likes his body less than he did several years ago. You often think, oh, if I only could get that physique, if I could only look as good as that person, I would then be happy. It's not true. And oftentimes it's quite the opposite. The bigger and leaner you get, the more you need to get even better. You start comparing yourself to the best in the world. You're no longer comparing yourself to yourself. You're comparing yourself to other people. Oh, look at this guy, Chris Bumstead. He's so much bigger and leaner than me. And so it will never be enough. And so what happens in the end? You resort to taking performance-enhancing drugs, namely testosterone, SARMs, HRT, you name it. And the reason for that is because you are never satisfied. And so you do the best you can while being natural. And so eventually there becomes a time you've reached a turning point. You decide, I need to send it. Perhaps you're hanging around with bigger YouTubers, the Trend Twins, and you're thinking, I need to have the size that they do. And so I'm going to send it.
And how much confident you feel when you fill out a t-shirt.
Yeah.
When you get a good photo of yourself, all of this stuff.
And so Joey's very honest. He's like, look, it's nothing special. I'm just doing it for vain reasons. I want to look good in a t-shirt. I'll look good without a t-shirt. I want to have the shreds, the muscle, the size. I want to feel good about my body. I want to have more confidence. Thing is, it's not going to do it. You think it is, but it's really not. Confidence comes from within. It is not the exterior shell that you walk around in. I've seen it all the time. The best looking guys and girls, they're not confident. Yeah, they look amazing, but they're focused on what they don't like about themselves, not what they do like. And so you're thinking, wow, she looks so incredible. And all she can think of is, I don't like my nose. I don't like my lips. I don't like my chest is too flat. Meanwhile, you can't believe how good they look. You wish you could look as good as them, but they're just focused on their flaws.
What motivates me the most in the gym?
For the gym. YouTube now, would you say?
I feel like it's work.
Yeah.
And so for Jesse, what motivates him? He says also his job, his work. And so what's motivating for Jesse, the dopamine release, it's becoming the best YouTuber in the world, getting more successful, to get better at his craft and make videos with other people. And to do that, he needs to keep training, as he does have a fitness channel. But he does say, if I go a week without training, I just don't feel so good in the head. And I'm thinking, how did he go a week without training? I'm thinking, I'm in a severe car accident with brain damage, and I'm in the gym training. Makes me feel better, both mentally and physically. Hip operations, torn triceps off the elbow, I'm at the gym. It's what I love to do. Not like to do, love to do. And one thing I wish everyone could have on this earth is to love something as much as I love health and fitness. Whether it's walking, biking, swimming, going bird watching, hiking in the woods, whatever that may be, I wish everyone could feel the joy, the happiness, the satisfaction of having fitness as part of their life.
Like, I've been speaking to you off camera, and like in the car, you're exactly like you are.
Oh, sick.
In video. I'll definitely say
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And the truth is, Jesse is exactly the way he is off camera as he is on camera. And to me, the easiest way to act, the best way to be an actor, as when you're a YouTuber, you're essentially an actor, is to act the most like yourself possible. It's much easier to be yourself, perhaps slightly more amped up, a little bit more amped up version of yourself, than it is to be totally fake. To have a pretend personality day after day, year after year, whether you're in the gym, doing videos on camera, it's hard. And so if people can like you for you, your job is that much easier. And the same applies to you in your life. Think of it. Do you really want to have to be fake? You meet a girl, you're trying to impress her, and you're being somebody who you're not. Why not just be yourself from day one? And if they like it, great. And if they don't, move on to the next one. Would you not rather know, oh, she doesn't like me for me, I'm moving on? versus I'm going to pretend to be someone that she does like, and even if she likes you, she's not liking you, she's liking you, the actor. You want the woman, man, or circle of your dreams to like you for you. And so if you had to fake your life all the time, or to pretend to be something you're not in all your videos every single time, you would hate your life. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be worth it. And so my advice, be yourself and find and surround yourself with those who like you for yourself.
Are you a natural extrovert, or would you say
Yes.
you're not? You are.
I'm 100% an extrovert.
And so Jesse, he's very extroverted. And consider, I would not have the confidence, I wouldn't feel normal walking up to 100 girls on the beach and saying, I'm going to curl you on the beach, and ask them all these personal and private questions. And for Jesse, that's a normal day. No problem. It doesn't feel awkward. For me, it would be very awkward. And so it's very easy to act when you're being as close to your true self as possible on camera.
That sort of trained me in the beginning where I would be like, if I don't give it my all, I'm going to regret it because it only hurts me, so I have to stop caring about other people's opinions.
Exactly. My number one advice I give to people is stop giving a shit about what other people think. Don't worry about what they think of you. Do what makes you happy. Of course, don't break the law and so on, but be yourself. Stop worrying, oh, if I say this, people aren't going to like me. If I'm myself, they're not going to think I'm cool. Who cares if you're cool? Just send it. That's right. Be yourself. Send it. Send yourself.
You stop giving a shit when you realize that not caring benefits you more than caring. So I was like, fuck that.
Not caring benefits you more than giving a shit about everyone's opinions. Imagine if every video I made, I was worried about what are the people going to say? What are the comments going to be? Just couldn't do it. You just have to be yourself.
No, I don't cancel. Don't want to do something stupid. Don't hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah.
And so, of course, Jesse's right. You have to not be a complete asshole. Just because you want to be yourself, you don't walk up to someone and be mean and insulting and so on. But if it doesn't hurt other people, then, of course, be yourself.
We have to just take our shirts off.
Bro, I got, wait, hold on. Give us 20 more minutes. I just got here. See, this guy's trying to sabotage me. He's all pumped up. I literally just walked through the door. This is sabotage.
And so think of it. They come in and the first thing they're thinking about is, how much of a pump do I have? I can't take my shirt off. What about if they compare me to him? Am I as big? I'm not pumped. You're more pumped. I need the best lighting. The pressure. Oh my God, am I lean enough? It shouldn't be this way. You should just be yourself. And so one person I noticed that doesn't have this is Will Tennyson. Of all the people I've met, he's one of the most normal guys. He's not worried about, am I shredded enough? Do I look as good as I should? I'm just going to be me. And perhaps I'm leaner, perhaps now I'm less lean, but I'm still myself. I'm still a normal, decent human being, and you can love me for who I am, or you don't. And to me, that's how it should be. People should not be so obsessed with having to look a certain way to feel that they can be accepted by their peers.
Dude, us gym rats, we're so f***ed in the head. We're like, hold on, I can't stand here. The light's not above me.
Exactly. Jesse's got this. He understands it. It's like, yeah, I can't stand here. The light's not above me. It's like, are you serious? Really? Why are you so worried? All these people, all these guys, they are far above average. They're not normal looking guys. They're all far superior, perhaps leaner than 99% of the population. And so why is it that it's not good enough? And so imagine you look as good as any of these guys. Just pick one. Pick any of them. They all look amazing, incredible. And so you should feel the confidence. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to any other people. You should feel good in your own skin. And so I can't imagine any of these guys not feeling like they look absolutely amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, you've been getting big and lean lately. Yesterday, I think I told you this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's like on something.
And so now you're not on Joe Fazer. And so think of it. Jesse's saying you look so impressive, so lean, so dry, so much muscle that I kind of doubt that you're natural. I think you're taking something. And so imagine being as good as that and yet still thinking you need HRT. And so Joe Fazer looks so incredible that Jesse doubts his natural status, but yet he still thinks he may need HRT. Why would he need it?
I don't know.
In the future, though. Am I?
Oh, you think so? Really?
And so his response, in the future though, he's 19 years of age. Do you know what I thought at 19? I thought there's no way I will ever take anything ever. It wasn't even a thought in my head. The thought of even doing that, I was like, why would I ever do that? I looked amazing, I felt amazing, and I was thinking, why would I take steroids? Even after doing multiple competitions, I wasn't thinking I need steroids. I was winning competitions without taking anything, and so why would I need to bump things up? And even as I progressed to the national championships, I'm a junior competing against the best bodybuilders in the country, and I'm getting my ass handed to me. I'm looking at these guys and I'm thinking, what in the world, what am I competing against? They look 30 years old, they're shredded. I was still not even slightly tempted to take steroids, and you know why? Because I wasn't comparing myself to other people. I was comparing myself to myself. Hey, I look better than I did last year at my last show. I'm improving. Yeah, they're light years ahead of me, and perhaps if I took steroids, I could be like that one day. But I don't need to. I'm comparing myself to myself, and so I was never tempted to take steroids. Consider I did 42 competitions before I decided to take PEDs. And why did I do that? Because I wanted an IFBB Pro card. And yeah, I'm sold they didn't get Pro cards when you're natural. I win the national overall title, natural, that's right, national champion. And I get no Pro card. And so I thought, the only way to do this is to take steroids. And so that's why I did it. I wanted an IFBB Pro card. In this day and age, you can get a Pro card while being natural. And so if you're natural out there is a venue out there for you. You do not have to go to the dark side.
For a series, would you never be like 60 days on test?
And so imagine he wants to do a series 60 days on test. Perhaps he's taking HRT. Once you do HRT, you're most likely going to want to do it for the rest of your life. Not saying you have to, but TRT is in fact testosterone replacement therapy. And once you've taken tests, your natural production of tests is going to go down, and you're going to always remember how it felt to be on it. And so once you come off it, you will remember what it was like when on, and it's going to be very difficult to say no. I read a comment the other day, do you ever miss taking all that stuff, or do you enjoy the way you feel now better? And so the answer is, I miss taking all that stuff. Absolutely. I love the feeling of taking more testosterone, in particular, Anavar. I don't miss taking Tren. Gave me anxiety, night sweats. It just felt awful all the time. But I do, of course, miss blast and testosterone. You want to know more about what it's like? Just go visit and watch Seth Feroce. He describes what it's like to take in blast gear. And I've simply said, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting old. I need to be healthy. And so, yeah, if I could go back and take all these things, I absolutely would. Of course I miss it. But what I've done is I've transferred my goals from being a professional bodybuilder to being a bike racer. And so I'm a bike racer that has muscle, and so I don't need to have that size. Of course I miss it. Love having the big shoulders, the arms, and so on. But I'm doing the best with what I can right now. I'm doing HRT, doctor prescribed, making sure I'm healthy. But I can tell you right now, Joe, if you take it even one time, you will have to go through what I'm going through right now for the rest of your life. You will always miss it. You can't do one cycle and think, I'll just do one cycle, I'll stop, and I'll never miss it. Once you've done it once, tasted the satisfaction, the joy from taking it, you're not going to want to stop. And so that is a cautionary tale. Please be careful before you consider doing it. Think, probably going to be addicted. You're not going to want to stop.
I don't want to mess with my hormones. I don't want to bald. My biggest fear is balding.
And so for Jesse, I'm not taking gear. I don't want to go bald. I don't want to mess up my hormones. Once you do take steroids, what if you can't bounce back? Then you're stuck on HRT for the rest of your life. And what if you lose your hair quicker? And so, for example, Chris Bumstead, his hairline is not as good as it once was, but his genetics are to lose his hair. And so sometimes losing hair is inevitable. And so whatever reason it is out there that prevents you from taking steroids, go with that. Perhaps it's you don't want to lose your hair. You don't want gyno. You don't want to ruin your heart health, your liver, your kidneys. You know what's odd? More people are concerned about gyno, hair, and acne than they are about their heart, liver, and kidneys. Think of it. What's more important? The outside, how you look here, or the inside, how healthy you are and how long you're going to live? We all worry about the cosmetics, and that's why people are taking steroids at such a young age. But what you need to do is think, what about for the long haul? Is taking steroids at 18, 20, 25 years of age, am I actually ready for this? Am I ready for the long-term side effects that I haven't even thought about yet? When you're young, you feel invincible, but trust me, when you get older, you will reflect back and think, why did I do all that stupid shit I did in my past? And so hopefully you enjoyed the video, that you liked, that you learned something, that perhaps you won't take performance-enhancing drugs. You're just not ready. If you do, please go and see your doctor and keep your health of paramount importance. Subscribe, click the bell button, like this video if you liked it. Can you do me a favor, like the video, add a comment to help the algorithm, watch one of the bloops, and as always, the training book, the cookbook, that Circle diet book, my life's work, how to lose weight, keep it off, coaching plans by me and my team, as well as phone consults. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IFBB Pro, and until next time, I am out.